Mikal Bridges should give back the money New York is paying him, and he should go retire because basketball is not something he wants to do. He's been pretty ass for the last, since last season. Towards the end of last season, he hasn't shown up to work. Podcasting all summer, smiling and giggling at foolishness, running his mouth like a little bitch with the rest of his teammates when they should be in the lab working, getting stronger, getting faster, getting better, putting shots up. They're sitting on fucking couches like it's a talk show, like it's the fucking View. And that's why that's the product you get on opening day. No pride, no dignity, no nothing. Then after the game, Josh Hart's making fun. Oh, those guys should be drug tested. They just whooped their ass and you're cracking jokes. Fucking Dave Chappelle, huh? Fuck the entire Knicks. Fuck the entire Knicks. Fuck all of them. Fuck them. If they're associated with the Knicks, fuck them too. I could tell you this. I didn't put Mikal Bridges in any of my main lineups. I did have exposure to him, but I didn't have him in my main lineups because all the signs pointed to him being ass. And he definitely showed out when it came to doing that. It's opening night. It's opening night, and these fucking guys don't show up to work. Let's start with this slate. We're going to start with point guard. We're going to start with DraftKings. I hope I could get to FanDuel. I'm going to try to get through this rather efficiently. Trae Young at 9.9 at going up against Brooklyn is fine. It's not easy. I like Trae Young to have a very good season without DeJounte cramping his style. Not negatively, but you just have two very good guards in the backcourt. Trae Young, his usage should be even higher. And not too crazy, but it's going to be up a little bit higher because I expect Jalen Johnson's usage to go up too, or also. Ja Morant, this should be his redemption season. He always shows up to work. We don't got to worry about that. We don't got to worry about him playing like a Knick, going up against Utah, who's had shitty defense and who we always target. Or who I always target when I build lineups. Fire up Ja Morant. Dame Dollar going up against the ghost of Philly. Man, wait till we get to Philly. I got some things to say. Dame Dollar, is he a 9.4 player? Well, Giannis is probable. I'm sure he's going to play, but Giannis hasn't really looked like himself lately. Like mentally, like he doesn't believe in the team. But for now, I think that doesn't bother us. Dame Dollar is fine. I don't think I get to him. Probably rather get to Halliburton in a extremely high total game, 9,300. I like Halliburton. I like Harden with no Kawhi. Harden's usage is going to be through the roof. Booker's fine. Maxey with no George and no Embiid because Embiid is maintenance, right? Maintenance. Listen, I don't want to hear it. Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon, even Fat Shaq. They showed up to work. I don't want to hear nothing. Look, Joel is a spectacular fantasy producer. Please don't ever mention him in the names of the greats. He's just a very good. He's a good player, but this is gonna sound really corny, and Charles Barkley did say this, but the best ability is availability. My man can't show up to work. He's been injured his whole career. Now wrap it up. Get the fuck up out of here. Give me Maxey at 9K all by himself, since the rest of his team don't want to show up. LaMelo against Houston. He's in play at 8,800. Donovan Mitchell, priced all the way below the rest of these guys, a very disrespectful price. Fire up Donovan Mitchell just because Cunningham's in play. Steph Curry is 8,500 against Portland. Another disrespectful price. What's wrong with him? He sprained his finger. He's playing. All right, so Curry's in play. DeJounte's really questionable. So I'm just gonna skim over him. I like his price. If Zion is out and he's in, he's absolutely in play. If he's out and Zion's out, CJ McCollum gets a bump. You know that. Cam Thomas against Atlanta. Fire up Cam Thomas at 7,800. He's a man on a mission. He said it himself. Kobe White is an okay play. Van Vliet's in play against Charlotte. Garland's in play. Quickly's fine. Giddey's an okay play. I don't like his shot attempts on the Bulls, but he does get rebounds and assists. But it's only been preseason, so I'm hoping he takes a little bit more. He takes a little bit more shots in the regular season. So he's an okay play, but I got to see more. Simons is probably a little bit too cheap. I'm not interested in nobody from Miami. Miami's in turmoil. Anybody besides Bam, I don't want to play. There's rumblings going on. Riley wants to get rid of Butler. Butler admitted to not playing hard last season because of the loss of his family member. That doesn't look good for fantasy. And it doesn't look good going up against Orlando, who has a good defense. So, no Hero for me, no Rozier for me. If you want to play them, they're not bad plays. On a 10-game slate, I want to play guys that are pedal to the metal. You feel me? McCollum, we're going to keep an eye on McCollum, because he might go from an okay play to a good play to a great play. Keontae George against Memphis, okay play. Amen Thompson, Levert, Schroeder, a little bit overpriced for me. I'm not saying they're a bad play, but they're overpriced. If you're new here and you want to know what I mean when I say they're overpriced, grab your calculator or go to your calculator app. 6,200 times 6. Do you think they could get that in fantasy points? If you do, they're fine. If you don't, they're overpriced. Let's continue. Ben Simmons. I know we want to play him off the strength of intrigue and his potential, or potential that he used to have, the potential he used to possess. I don't even know how to word it. Ben Simmons got one shot to show me something. He's got one shot. I'm not guaranteeing you I'm going to play him, but he's in the player pool. Marcus Smart is in the player pool. No Lonzo for now. I'm interested in Tyus Jones on Phoenix. Pure point guard that they need. Am I interested in him? Probably not. He's not going to be looking for a shot. At first glance, I was, but 5,500, you're going to need a shoot, buddy. This ain't Washington. DeSumno's okay. Lowry. If I'm playing 150 lineups, I play Kyle Lowry on one. Suggs is in play. Suggs is an okay play. Lowest total game on the slate. Suggs, he maybe on FanDuel depending on his price because of steals and stuff like that. But I'm not. I'm not gonna be trying to get Suggs in my lineup. He's in the player pool though. Nemhard is in play because of the game environment. Podziemski's in play. Davion Mitchell, no thank you. He doesn't shoot. Kevin Porter Jr. should be in play at 4,800. We got to see what that starting lineup looks like, and obviously, if you're a member, paid member, I'm obviously gonna do my homework before I finalize lineups. But if you're playing, I would try to, like, if you're not a member and you're building your own lineups, I would try to pay attention to news to find out about these bench rotations because it's gonna be very important. First game for most of these teams, a lot of players on new teams. We're not sure about all the bench rotations. So once you're gonna have to play some value pieces, and you're gonna have to have an idea what type of minutes they're gonna be playing. McConnell's in play. Unless Melton starts, which I doubt he starts, no thank you, because we know Steve Kerr's a motherfucker with minutes. Scottie Pippen Jr. should be in play at 4,100. He should be. Let's pay attention to that second unit also with Memphis. It's that Delon Wright in Milwaukee. Listen. These 4K and 3K guys, you got to do your homework on them. You got to figure out if you think they're gonna play, because that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to look at the second unit and look at news. Wait for news. Wait for starting lineups to see about these cheaper guys. Where are we? All right. Bane is in play. Looks good against Utah. Jalen Green just smashed Charlotte. Levine's in play. He looks more enthusiastic. Maybe because DeRozan is not there. Fire me up some Zach LaVine. Brandon Miller against Houston is in play. Bradley Beal at 6,700. He's in the player pool, but he wouldn't make my main lineup. Sexton, we could take that shot. We remember how he started off last season like an all-star. Bogdanovich with no DeJounte, fire him up. Norman Powell, if he starts at 58, he's okay. Clarkson's in play. Buddy Hield, if he starts, like I said, Steve Kerr with minutes he's something. I'd rather get to Mathurin. If Mathurin starts, he's a very good play to me. Gary Trent is okay. Terrence Mann is ass. KCP on Orlando. What the fuck does that even mean? No thank you. Reed Shepherd. Let's look for Reed Shepherd news. Close to the lock. Gotta pay attention to news. Duncan Robinson. No thank you. Dylan Brooks. No thank you. Sam Merrill. No thank you. Cam Whitmore. Maybe. Let's listen for news about that second unit. We want to get. I keep stressing it. I keep saying it because that's going to be the difference between cashing out and being happy, or laying in bed curled up, mad at the world because you lost that fantasy. The rest of these guys I can't play. I can't tell you go play Horton Tucker. I don't know what the fuck Chicago is gonna do with the second unit. Like I said, I gotta. A lot of homework has got to be done, and it's not something where the answers are out right now. We got to wait for starting lineups. We got to wait for news. All right. Siakam 83, kind of spicy. Butler, no thank you. I'd rather just play Bane over both of those guys anyway. Markkanen's in play. Ingram looks good. If there's no DeJounte and there's no Zion, fire up Ingram. Well, fire him up anyway, but he looks a lot better. Wagner, I want to say, is in play, even though I don't like the matchup and I don't like the game environment. Abdia in Portland looks fine. He's okay. Kelly Oubre, he's absolutely in play. With no Embiid and no Paul George. I think Embiid said he's not playing Friday either. Well, there goes your superstar. Jaime Jaquez, no thank you at 5,800, coming off the bench against Orlando. Andrew Wiggins is a quitter. I don't know. He had issues. Patrick Williams, no thank you. Tyree Eason. Tyree Eason, 5,500. Kind of spicy. You're going to need 30 fantasy points out of him. Cam Johnson is going to start. Cam Johnson should play 30 minutes. But Cam Johnson is very fragile. Cam Johnson's in play. Brazella should be in play. Neesmith's in play. DeAndre Hunter, whether you like it or not, he's in play. Grayson Allen, if he plays, is in play. I'm not going to play him, but he's in the player pool. He's not a bad play. He can knock down some threes and he can grab some rebounds. Ristaker, 4,700. 4,700. You're going to need 25 fantasy points. Just keep that in mind if you play him. Grady Dick, 47. You could take that shot. Fontecchio, you could take a shot. Laravia should get minutes, right? 4,500. Kyle Anderson. I'm not interested in Kyle Anderson as of now. Royce O'Neal, no thank you. Finney Smith, no thank you. Banton, 4K. I think you could take that shot. No Connaughton for me. All right, let's go to power forward. I wish there was somebody I could tell you in the 4K range to shove him up your ass, but I'm not seeing it right now. And I'm not going to make it up. So Giannis is probable, which means he's likely going to play. Scotty Barnes is in play. Durant, 8,600 is in play. Banchero might be a little too cheap. But you know what? He's priced correctly for the matchup and the environment. Jalen Johnson is in play. Mobley's in play. Mikal Bridges is in play. There's Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith at 6,100. He's fine. Kuminga, 65. He should start. Tobias Harris against Indiana. What is he going to do in Detroit? I want to say he's in play. He's in play. What the fuck is his name? Jeremy Grant's in play, 6,300. Big Bob is in play, 6,100. He's an okay play. He's priced as if Giannis is out, 6,100. You're looking for 37 fantasy points. I don't look at players. I look at salary and what that player could produce in his minutes. That's how I look at it. So at first glance, you might say, yeah, Bobby Portis, but you got to say, what's his role? He's going to be coming off the bench. How many minutes is he going to get with Giannis healthy or Giannis playing? 24, 27? At 6.1K, can he pay that off? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Okongwu, 5,400, risky. But you could take that shot, especially if nothing better opens up. Is this Caleb? Caleb Martin, 51. I'm lying. Caleb Martin, 5K. Caleb Martin at 5K against Milwaukee. He's got to be in play with no Paul George. Aldama is in play. Taylor Hendricks, you could take that shot. Grant Williams over my dead body. Obi Toppin's in play, 4,500. Derrick Jones, 4,500. No Kawhi, he's in play. Not a great play to me, but he's in play. Agbaji, no thank you right now. Jalen Smith's in play at 4,200, but I suggest we wait for some type of news about the second unit. Like if there's a player you want to play, I'd go to Twitter. I go to the beat writer for that team, and I try to find some information about rotations. But I'd like to play Jalen Smith at value. Jonathan Isaac should be a little value play. He should be. I'm scared to play him because, like I said, it's 10 games. I'm sure we're going to get some value opening up, but Jonathan Isaac is not bad. I just don't like Miami, and I don't like the total. I'm not interested in Torrey Craig. Jovic doesn't shoot much when everybody's healthy. Batum is washed. And I think we're going to center. Larry Nance in Atlanta. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, we got to try to figure out who's going to get most of those backup big minutes. Is it going to be Larry Nance or Okongwu? Larry Nance doesn't play a lot of minutes as it is, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be Okongwu. But we gotta make sure. Kevin Love, no thank you. The rest of these guys I'm not going to be playing. Before we go to center, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, no problem. I can help you. I can send you my finalized optimal lineups right before lock. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. I do have day passes. I do have weekly passes. Everything's in the description. Anything else, you can just send me a message. You can send me you can talk to me in the chat, or you can send me a message on Instagram or TikTok, DFS_Chapo. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's go to center. Now look, I don't know if we're gonna I don't think we're gonna get to FanDuel because this video is already running long. However, you have any FanDuel questions, you can throw it in the chat. I'll help you. And I'll be making a YouTube shorts with some FanDuel plays shortly, so you're still covered on FanDuel. Okay, don't panic. It's going to be the first game for all these teams. We're trying to figure out rotations and stuff like that, so this video is taking a little bit longer, but we'll work it out. Sengun, 8,600 against Charlotte. He should feast. Vooch is one player I didn't play a lot of last season when I should have. Fire his ass up. We got Chicago against the Pelicans. There's no Valanciunas clogging up the lane. If Zion is out, shove Vucevic up your ass. Let me just check something real quick while we're here. So y'all are telling me, first of all, why is DraftKings beat? All right, let me just relax. So you mean to tell me that Daniel Theis and Herbert Jones are the ones that's supposed to stop Vucevic? All right, I've seen enough. Fire up Vooch. Bam if you must. Jared Allen's in play. Ayton might be too cheap for Golden State for that matchup. Fire up Ayton. Durant is in play. Want to play him while he's healthy. Because once he cracks, he don't come back. Claxton against Atlanta, absolutely in play. Drummond, oh shit. Yeah, but they got him priced up. They already got him priced up, so Drummond is nothing sneaky. He's no value, but he's absolutely in play. Did you hear what Drummond said over the break? He said that he missed shots on purpose to get extra rebounds. I'm not making that up. Drummond's in play. Miles Turner's in play against Detroit. Zubac, with no Kawhi. Nurkic ain't stopping him. Zubac's in play. Not interested in Nurkic. If Nurkic was 55, then maybe. Jakob Poeltl, he's an okay play. Capella's in play. Brook Lopez, 63. Kind of spicy if Giannis is available. Edey might have 15 rebounds in the first quarter against Utah. John Collins, 6,100. Him being a center is... He's not a center, but whatever, DraftKings. He's in play, though. Walker Kessler, okay play. I heard they're looking to trade him, so be careful. The new New Orleans center, Herbert Jones, 5,500. I can't use a center spot on him. These people are out of their minds. Wendell Carter, we got to see the starting lineup, but I'm not interested in him either. Jackson Davis, if he starts, he's in play. Still got to be careful with Kerr. No Steven Adams for me. The rest of these guys I'm probably not going to be touching. I'm still going to keep my eye on Jalen Smith, like I said before. If Nick Richards starts at 4K, Nick Richards. Oh shit, he might start. You might have to play him. That might be a value right there. Nick Richards is 4K. Starting on Charlotte, going up against Houston. How does he fail? I need 25 fantasy points from him. Still risky. Nick Richards is in play. That's your value right there. On that note, I'm going to go in and get out of here. Remember what I said. If you need FanDuel advice, throw it in the chat. I will be sending out some a YouTube shorts with some FanDuel plays on it. So, don't worry about it. I do appreciate y'all taking the time to watch the video. Remember, if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you know when I'm dropping whatever I'm dropping. Hit the thumbs up button. Very important. Patreon, linked in the description. Channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Any information that you may need will be in the description. And I think I'm going to go on and get out of here. I've held y'all long enough. I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.